4 cats stepped forward. The prophecy had led them here. A vast open field with heaps of prey and herbs to keep them healthy. And of course, in the center of it, 2-leg ruins to provide them with shelter. It was definitely the right place for them to settle down. Wow, this place is amazing. I'm sure my kids will love it too. It is, isn't it? Make sure to get some rest. Yes, and I believe we should start hunting. How about me and Stormpelt go find some prey? That sounds great, Crow Talon. Are you sure you don't want my help? Don't worry about it, Berryheart. You did all the hard work leading us here. Just rest for a moment, look after Pebbleshine. We'll be back soon. I suppose I am awfully tired. Fine, I'll get some sleep. Good luck finding prey. We won't need it. Berryheart, go to the abandoned tower. You must go alone. Hi, this is Princess Snail and welcome back to another video today. We are finally back with our Sims 4 Warrior Cats series. So, right off the bat, if you did not watch Season 1, you do not need to have watched it to watch this. This is completely separate to that. We basically, in case you are new, so I have done this previously with different clans. I think we had like 4 clans and it was a lot. And I basically made loads of changes during that series. Like I think I changed the clans halfway through and it was a little bit clunky if I'm being honest. So I did a poll recently asking if instead of doing a season 2 with those clans, if we just wanted to completely start over with, you know, what we do know now about this and how everything works, and if we should just start over and see if we can do something better, basically. And everyone said yes. There was not a single vote for no. So I gathered that this is something that you guys are also interested in. So here we are with our new clan. I will talk about them very soon, but I think I just want to get some, like, little bits out of the way. So, like I said, this is a completely new series. Don't worry if you didn't watch the first one, I'm gonna explain everything. And I have explained why we started over, so what even is this series? What is my Sims 4 Warrior Cat series? So, this is a series inspired by Siri the Pixel Biologist's Sims 3 Warrior Cat series. I watched her videos, which I believe she doesn't upload them anymore, but she's got like quite a lot of episodes like where she does this kind of thing, but in The Sims 3. And it's kind of what originally got me into Warrior Cats, and when I watched that, the first thing I thought was, could I do this in The Sims 4? Because I don't own The Sims 3, so I was wondering if I could somehow recreate this in The Sims 4, and with the power of mods and a lot of creativity, I was able to figure out a way of making this work in The Sims 4 as well as The Sims 3. So, I mentioned mods. I feel like it's important for me to mention what mods I use. The mods I do use are in the description. I only use 2. I use MC Command Center, which is what allows me to have big clans. And the other mod I use, which is probably pretty obvious, is the Control Your Pets mod. That's so that we can actually, you know, make the cats do things. So those are the only 2 mods I use, so it's not a lot, so if you did want to do this in your own game, it's pretty easy to do. And in general, a further explanation of what the series is, it's based off of the Warrior Cats books series. This is very, very story-based series. We follow our clan cats, and we explore their stories, and oh my gosh, are you eating sick? Yep, of course you are. Anyway. So we just explore their stories, we meet new characters, and it's a lot of fun. It's a really fun series. It's great. So that's basically what we do. We have random number generators, which I am actually going to talk about those in a moment. But we have random number generators, and they help us decide what events will happen, what will happen to certain cats, etc. It's very, very good. It's very fun. It's a good time. Another thing I wanted to mention was the random number generators. So I have generators for a bunch of things. So I have them for like birth deaths, I have them for daily events, for how much prey they will catch when they hunt, etc. So I have all of the generators in a Google Doc in the description, so if you want to use them for your own series, then you are absolutely more than welcome to. I did change some things about them compared to the last series. So the main changes I've made, there's two. I changed what kind of herbs cure certain things because I wanted to kind of balance it out a bit more. And I changed two more things. I changed some of the language I used for the birth conditions and disabilities part because I originally had just used just whatever I found online for what other people have done for their series, but I didn't really like the language that was used for them, so I changed them. So if we roll for a kid to be born with a disability, the rolls will be, so 1 to 20 is a minor disability, which means they can't hunt. 21 to 40 is a major disability, which means they cannot leave the nest. I'm not 100% certain if minor and major disabilities would be the correct terms to use. I did a lot of Googling and I couldn't really find anything. If you know the correct terminology, then feel free to tell me and I'll change it. But I'm using those at the moment because those seem like the most appropriate, if that makes sense. So 41 to 60 is blindness, can only hunt once a day, that hasn't changed. 61 to 80 is deafness, and they can only hunt once a day, which also hasn't changed. And 81 to 100 is, basically the thing is that the cat will be unable to hunt or fight, and if they do, they will die. And I couldn't really find, I wasn't really sure what kind of disability they could be born with that could cause that, so I just wrote born with an injured spine. When it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't talk about this on YouTube much, and I'm not going to, but I myself am disabled. I had severe scoliosis. I had surgery for it. It was very traumatic, so I don't really want to talk about spine stuff very much, but that is what we're going to say it is, but we're not going to go into detail if that's okay, because I don't feel comfortable going into detail about those kind of injuries. But we'll just say that they are born with some sort of spinal injury, which is why they are unable to hunt or fight, and it's very dangerous for them. I hope that is good. I hope everyone's happy with that. And the other really, really big thing I changed is how the events work. So instead of rolling from 1 to around, I think it was 50, and then we get a random event, instead we're going to roll from 1 to 100, and then that will decide whether we get a good event, a neutral event, or a bad event. Because something I've noticed is we have a lot more bad than good events, so this will balance it out so that we have a pretty equal chance of getting a good event or a bad event. So 1 to 30 is a good event, 31 to 70 is a neutral event, and 70 to 100 is a bad event. So we have 10 good events, 13 neutral events, and 26 bad events. So that's why I thought it would be better for us to separate it out like that. So that is, I think, the biggest change I've made, and I think it's a good change. I think that will definitely make it work a lot better. Another thing I wanted to mention is OCs. So I did a post in my community tab not too long ago talking about how I've decided that I am happy for you guys to include one OC per person into this series. So if you are interested in including your OC into this series, then there are 3 different ways of doing it. I have the information on it in the community tab, but I will also briefly mention it here. So one way of doing it is literally making them in The Sims, telling me, your username on The Sims, or what the character is called in the thing, and then I can find them in the game and I can download them and we can use them. The second one is to literally just comment information about the cat, so how they look, their personality, whether they're a rogue, a kitty pet, whatever, any sort of backstory you want for them, etc. And then I can make them in the game and we can include them in the series. Or the third one is that I have an email in my channel description that you can email me a picture of the OC or anything like that if you want to draw them or something like that, and then you can send that to me and I can make them in the game. So there are lots of options if you guys would like to include your OCs. And for everyone who has submitted their OCs to me, I have made them in the game / downloaded them, and they will show up in the series eventually. In our good events, one of the good events that we can get is that cats will join the clan, and sometimes the cats who join the clan will be your guys' OCs. Sometimes they'll be my characters, sometimes they'll be yours, so hopefully that's something that you guys can look forward to. We are starting with just my cats, but whenever anyone's OCs do show up, I will be mentioning that they are obviously not mine and that someone else made them. And lastly, if you do want to download any of the territories I'm using, any of the characters, you can download them from my Sims 4 gallery, so I'm just gonna... So my username on The Sims 4 is literally just snail1504, so that is that stuff for you guys to be able to download if you want to have this in your own games. And now, oh my gosh, so much talking, we can finally get into the series. So let's talk about the characters. So we have, let's start with Crowtalon. So this is Crowtalon. He is a black tabby cat, which I don't know if the correct term would be a black tabby cat, but he's a black cat and he has tabby stripes. And that is a real thing, I checked. So he's quite, I'd say quite an assertive cat. He can be quite bossy. Probably comes across as rude to some people, but he's quite a leadery type cat, I would say. Yeah, that's Crowtalon. There's not much more to say about him, really. Berry Heart is... She's a sweetie. She's very nice. She really cares about all the other cats. She's a sweet girl. Stormpelt is... Okay, there's one thing about his design which you guys may be confused about. Why he has a green leg. So, in my head, he is missing that leg, but that is just not a thing you can do in The Sims, which is stupid in my opinion. I think you should be able to give your cats or dogs or whatever missing legs if you want, or missing ears, etc. But you can't, which, again, I don't like, but whatever. Not my game. So to kind of emulate that, I just made his leg green so it kind of blends in with the grass. If you guys don't like that, I can change it and I can just give him a leg like normal, but personally I thought this was like a fun way of kind of in some way showing that he has a missing leg. Again, if you don't like it, I'll change it, don't worry about it, but for now, this is how he looks. I think he's cute. He's kind of a generic kind of cat. He's a warrior, you know. He works hard. He's a hard-working guy. I'd say he's quite brave, and yeah. Then we have Pebbleshine, who is of course expecting kits. We will meet the cat who she's expecting kits with at some point in this series, but she's expecting kits. She's a sweet girl. She's very, very lovely. She's very bubbly. She's nice. We love her. Pebbleshine is an absolute sweetheart. And in case you're unaware, we are starting this... Oh my goodness, I am changing this. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me filter to just have holidays, because we do not need all that other clutter on there. So we are starting in the first week of spring. There are no gatherings yet. There is only one clan, so we do not need gatherings at the moment. Eventually we will have 2 clans, since that is what you guys voted for. I got pretty equal votes for you guys wanting me to start with 1 clan and then add more later on. And I also got a lot of votes for us having 2 clans. So we will start with 1 clan, we will expand to 2. I already have like a whole storyline planned in my head for this, so don't you worry. Let me just go ahead and get the cats to eat, because of course Crowtalon and Stormpelt were out, so we can assume that they did bring back some food. Another thing that's pretty important is that basically what happened here is that my idea is that these cats are from a different clan and they were sent by StarClan to leave and start a clan of their own. Will we ever meet this other clan? No. Straight away I'm saying we are not meeting this other clan. This is just meant to be here for their backstory. Sorry if that disappoints anyone, but I'm not making a whole other clan somewhere. They also live on this island, which let me show you. Look how cool this looks. It's a massive island. It's very, very fun. Let's not think too hard about how they got here or how there are going to be other cats here or anything like that. But they live on an island. We'll say that it's not too far from the shore, like it's closer than it looks, and we'll leave it at that. But yeah, so I think we can actually get into the game itself. So I think at this point, Berry Heart would have woken up, and she of course got a message of some kind from StarClan to go to the abandoned tower. Now, we don't know what the abandoned tower is, but we can assume that on their way here, they saw this tower, and they probably called it the abandoned tower, so that is where she has to go, and she has to go alone. I think she would want to talk to some other cat about this, though. She'd want to tell someone, like, hey, I got this message from StarClan. I think I think she'll talk to Stormpelt about this, because I feel like he's quite a reliable cat, so I think she would actually go tell him, like, hey, can you tell the others that I'll be back soon? I think I just got a message from StarClan that I need to go to the abandoned tower, and Stormpelt's off, presumably to go and tell everyone where she is going. So I think before we get her to leave, we are going to roll our daily event generator, and something I do want to say is that I have made it so for the first in-game week, so for this first week of spring, we are spring/new leaf, we are going to only be able to generate neutral or good events. That is to make it easier for us, because the good events could be anything from having a prey abundance to having a medicine cat join the clan, which would be honestly really helpful because we have no medicine cats here. Or the neutral events could be something like just helping an adult cat somewhere, a forbidden romance or something like that, while the bad events can go anywhere from having a prey scarcity to having a fire or a flood and like everyone dying. So we're not doing any bad events for now, so we will have bad events like normal after this first in-game week, but for now I want good and neutral events so that we can hopefully grow our clan and strengthen it, and it'll hopefully all go well. Alright, so I rolled for our daily event and we are already off to a great start. I will tell you guys what the event was, and it is going to be that a family joins the clan with their kits. That's such good news. That's so exciting. Okay, so I will find a way of incorporating that. So that is really great. We are going to go ahead though and get Berryheart to travel to where StarClan wants her to be. Alright, so Berryheart has made it to the abandoned tower, so here it is. So she is going to head inside, since luckily for her the door is missing. So let's go ahead and get her to go inside. Here it is. It is certainly very abandoned, so let's go ahead and get her to go to the top of this tower. It's definitely a trek for her to get to the top, isn't it? There we go, this is the second floor, which again is also just very rocky and broken and not the nicest. It looks so big in comparison to her though, because she's such a tiny little cat. And here she is on the third floor, which is very, 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 very broken. I think definitely the floor in worst shape, but she is almost at the top, so that she can hopefully find out what StarClan wants from her. There we go, she is at the top of the tower. There is light shining through the broken roof, and I think she is just gonna go here and sit in the middle of the room. And I think that when she goes to sit in the middle of the room here, I think that her eyes would feel heavy and she would fall asleep. And when she falls asleep, she would be able to speak with StarClan. So I also asked you guys whether you wanted me to mostly tell the story through cutscenes or just talking about it, or whether you don't mind. And most of you guys said that you don't actually mind. Some of you prefer cutscenes, some of you prefer me talking about it, so we're just gonna do a healthy mix of both. I think we'll do like maybe 2 cutscenes or so per episode, and then other than that we'll just talk through what is happening. So I think that at this point she would be probably communicating with StarClan, even though it certainly doesn't look like it, and they would tell her that they have chosen her to become the leader of a new clan. Okay, so I think that Berryheart would now gain her 9 lives. So these would be from cats from probably her old clan, and maybe cats who roamed this land before her. So she would get lives for a life for adventure, a life for certainty, a life for compassion, a life for determination, a life for hope, a life for kindness, a life for leadership, a life for selflessness, and a life for wisdom. So I think she would now wake up and she would probably be surprised, but I think she'd be very excited to tell her clan what has just happened. So she is going to go ahead and immediately return to her new clan, and I think she would be thinking already of a clan name to give them. Oh, and of course we need to change her name to Berry Star. There we go, her name is now Berry Star and she is ready to return. Alright, so she has returned back to her clan just as the sun has began to rise, and I think she would want to call a gathering of some kind. So I think she would... Oh, she can't sit on top of this. I thought she could. It's okay. She'll call a gathering in front of it for now. We can sort something out later. But I think she would want to call a gathering. So I don't know. I wonder what she would say. Maybe... I think that she wouldn't really know what to say right away. But I think she would just yowl to get all of the cats to come over here. So let's go ahead and get everyone to go over here. So yeah, I think she would now sit and she would tell them what happened. She'll tell them that StarClan has given her 9 lives. She is now called Berry Star, and that this is their clan. Now, excuse the fact that all of the cats are running away, but I think all of the cats would have different reactions to this. So I think that Crow Talon would be jealous, to be honest. I think he would have thought that he would have made a better leader. So I think that he would definitely be jealous. I think Stormpelt wouldn't mind. I think he would feel like it's quite deserved that Berry Star is the leader. She works hard and it just makes sense. And Pebbleshine, I think she would be pretty happy for her friend. I think she'd be happy that Berry Star's the leader, and she'd just be happy. I don't think she would even notice that Crow Talon is very clearly frustrated. I think she would just be glad, and I feel like right now she's probably congratulating Berry Star and telling her how great that is, and she's really happy for her. And I think also, Stormpelt would have probably asked Berry Star, like, so what's the clan going to be called? Because of course these cats do come from clans, so they are used to having clan names. And I think Berry Star would call it MossClan because they live in these 2-leg ruins which are covered in moss and it's overgrown, and I just think that would be a good name for the clan. I think it's cute. So I think that is what has happened so far. How exciting. So I think some of the cats should probably go hunting. So I think Crow Talon will go hunting, and so will Berry Star. I am not going to allow for them to get injuries at the moment because we don't have any herbs to cure injuries if they were to happen. I think as soon as we start collecting herbs, the cats will be able to be injured, but this is like a little free period of time where we don't need to worry about it. But let's go ahead and get Berry Star to go and hunt some mice over here. And let's also get Crow Talon to go hunting. I think he would definitely jump at the opportunity to go hunting after finding out that he is not the leader. I think he'd want to prove himself in some way, so he is going to go ahead and do that. And I think that while Crow Talon is out hunting, he would encounter these cats, this massive family of cats on the territory. So he would, of course, as soon as he is done catching this mouse, he is going to go talk to them. So I think he'll go talk here. Oh my gosh, look at the baby, so cute. He is going to... Okay, so he is going to go ahead and talk to this cat over here, and I mean, of course, basically ask, what are you doing on our territory? Why are you here? And these cats will tell them that where they used to live, some foxes have built a den there and it's no longer safe for them to stay there. And if we take a closer look at the cats, we will see that they do have some scars on them, which does imply that they are in fact telling the truth, and this is the problem that they are facing. And I think Crow Talon would probably be like, probably telling them that they do not want them on their territory, and this is their clan's territory. And I think Sparrow here would actually probably say, like, is there anything we can do to stay? Like, do you need anything? Do you need someone to help with hunting, or do you need someone to help with herbs? I know a lot about herbs, and that would probably pique Crow Talon's interest, since they do not have a medicine cat, and they do not have anyone who knows anything about herbs. I think the only one that possibly does, maybe Pebbleshine or Stormpelt might, but I feel like they probably have very limited knowledge if they do know anything about herbs. So I think at this point Crow Talon would have to go ahead and bring them to Berry Star to ask her about if they should stay or if they shouldn't. So Berry Star has just finished dropping off the food that she found into the prey pile, so I'm gonna go ahead and get Crow Talon to bring over all these new cats. There we go, they're all here, and Berry Star is probably quite surprised at how many cats there are, but you know. But Crow Talon is going to go ahead and tell her what they told him, and I think Berry Star would immediately probably say that yes, it's completely fine if they stay, and I think she would want to, I think she'd probably ask them some questions, and I think she would definitely want to ask Sparrow what he does know about herbs. So I think those two would go ahead and talk, and while they are doing that, I can show you the rest of the cats. They are running off, oh my gosh. So we will of course have to give them warrior names, at some point at least. I think I will not give Snow or Sparrow warrior names yet, so that you guys can actually maybe have a chance to name them. So if you do have any name suggestions, then make sure to tell me. Their personalities are, so Sparrow is spoiled, aloof, and skittish. He's a bit of a scaredy cat, but he knows a lot about herbs, which I think makes sense since obviously Snow has got a healthy litter of free kits. So to me, that just kind of makes sense. He was probably very helpful for that, and I think that he clearly knows a lot about herbs. Of course, Snow is his mate. She is curious, free-spirited, and a prowler. I think that they clearly were attacked by foxes, and I think when they were attacked by foxes, I think it was Snow who was probably doing most of the fighting back and defending, because she just seems like she would, to be honest. So this is her. She is very cute. Then onto their kits. So we have Snail over here, who is going to be called Snail Kit. I called him that because it kind of looks like he's got like a snail shell type of thing. He's aloof, free-spirited, and friendly, and clumsy apparently. Very, very cute. Then we have Cloud, and she is a fully white cat, and she is deaf. Because it's very common for cats with blue eyes to be deaf, so I wanted to accurately display that in some capacity. Considering Snow isn't deaf, I just thought it made sense if Cloud was. So Cloud, who is going to be called Cloud Kit, is deaf, is curious, clever, and skittish. And then Frost is also a white cat, but he's a tabby, and he is a prowler, aloof, and free-spirited. But yeah, they're all so cute. I think that Pebbleshine would actually be kind of excited about all of the new kits, since obviously she's expecting kits herself, so I think she would go ahead and talk to Snow. Oh wait, does she not like Snow? I usually check whether they like each other or not. She doesn't like Snow. Okay, well I think she'd still meet her before deciding that she doesn't like her. Oh my gosh, I wonder why they don't like each other. That's interesting. But Pebbleshine would still want to meet her, because Pebbleshine hasn't met her yet, so we don't actually know if they dislike each other. Look at the baby, so cute. Oh, okay, yeah, Pebbleshine does not like Snow. But I think Pebbleshine would talk to her, and I think maybe Snow is more of the, like, I don't know, I think she would be a bit more, I don't know, her personality to me would be more like Crow Talon, and I think Pebbleshine wouldn't like that as much, since Pebbleshine is very, like, carefree and relaxed, and Snow might be a bit too, like, stuck up for her, I think. Maybe that could be why she doesn't really like her. But everyone is so cute. Look at the babies talking to each other. Absolutely adorable. Oh, look at Snow looking after her kits. It's so cute. Alright, I should go ahead and change the kits' names to be something Kit. Okay, so their names are now Cloud Kit, Snail Kit, and Frost Kit. Very, very cute. Do feel free to give me any sort of name suggestions for when they will eventually be warriors. Obviously you don't know much about them yet, but If you do have any name suggestions, then feel free to say them. And of course, I would love if you left some suggestions for Snow and Sparrow, since they still need suffixes. Anyway, so Sparrow is going to be our medicine cat, which is very, very exciting. We got so lucky with that generator, and everyone is so cute. Let's actually go ahead and see if they like each other or not. So let's see what Crowtalon's opinion on the new ones are. So he hates Snow, and he's friends with Sparrow. Okay, so he likes Sparrow, but he does not like Snow. What about the kits? What's his opinion on them? He's indifferent towards Cloud Kit, hates Frost Kit for some reason, and is friends with Snail Kit. Okay, so he's very quite random with that. Berry Star is friends with Snow, and she's friends with Sparrow. That's not too surprising. What about the kits? Friends with Cloud Kit, friends with Frost Kit, and friends with Snail Kit. Of course, Berry Star is very, very friendly, so of course she likes all of the... There's a wild rabbit here. I'm gonna go ahead and get Stormpelt to quote-unquote hunt it. They can't really, they can watch it or meow at it, but we're gonna get him to like meow at it, and we'll say that that's him hunting it. I will go ahead and roll to decide whether he did catch it or not though. Okay, so he apparently did catch the rabbit, so we're just gonna ignore that it's still there, and we're gonna go ahead and refill this. So there we go. Oh my gosh, and Pebble Shine is about to have her kits. Okay, let's go ahead and get her to go to the nursery. This is the nursery. I think it's very cute. Let's go ahead and get her to go over there. And I think, yeah, Berry Star would have noticed, and I think she would have gone to go fetch Sparrow so that he can help out, since obviously he has helped with this kind of thing before with his own mate. Look at that, he's already coming over. There we go, so let's go ahead and get her to have her kits, and let's get Sparrow to come over here and help. Hopefully it all goes well, because I am going to do our generators like normal to see how this goes. Hopefully it'll go well though. I'm also going to be customizing the kits, by the way, because in case you're unaware, in The Sims 4, the way genetics work with cats is kind of annoying. It's basically, so for example, Sparrow and Snow, if I randomize kits for them to have, they would either look like Sparrow or Snow. The only difference would be maybe it would be the color of the fur would be like Snow, but the eyes would be yellow, and the fur would be like Sparrow, and the fur length could be like Sparrow's, but they don't actually have the proper fun different customization. So I actually went in and I changed how all the kits looked. So with Snail Kit, I made him, you know, have a lot of white on him, or with Cloud Kit, she doesn't have these stripes on her leg like how Snow does, or with Frost Kit, he's, you know, a tabby. So I am going to do that with all of the kits, because I really want us to have more unique character designs in this season, because I feel like in the first season when we were playing through it, I feel like the character designs were kind of boring. I'll be honest, I could have done better, and I'm gonna do better, so that's what I'm kind of planning. But anyway, oh my gosh, okay, her first kit is a boy, so we're just gonna, like usual, I always, when the kits are born, I just call them Kit 1, Kit 2, Kit 3, etc., because then we just change the name later. And then we had another kit, and it is a girl, so we're gonna call her Kit 2 anymore? No, okay, we had 2 kits. How exciting is that? Aww. They're both brown tabbies. So I'm gonna go ahead and customize both of them to look more unique. Because, for example, right now both of them just look like their dad, which I know you don't know who it is yet, because I'm saving that, okay? You guys will find out who the dad of them is, but just not yet, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and customize how they look, and then we will roll our generators to see if all went well, which hopefully it did. Alright, so here they are. I have fully customized them. So Kit 1 is like a grey tabby, and then Kit 2 is more of like a plain brown color, but she's got some slight like tabby stripes. I hope you think they are cute. Let's go ahead and get her to pet talk to her kits, and talking about that, we actually need to do the random generators. So it is New Leaf, so overall our chances are pretty high, so let's go ahead and first roll to see if Pebble Shine is fine. Alright, so Pebble Shine is completely fine, we rolled a 13. And for the kits, we will have to roll for both of them. Alright, so Kit 1 is born with a condition. We rolled a 99. And then for Kit 2 is completely fine. We rolled a 32 for that. Alright, so Kit 1 is born with a minor disability, which means that they cannot hunt. And Kit 2 is completely healthy, so that is good for us to know. I will make sure to write that down, but it's fine. Everyone lived, and I'm very happy about that. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do that. There you go, we're going to get her to share tongues with the kits. So cute. I wonder what the kits all think of each other, because they're all going to be sharing a nursery, so it's going to be a bit important. So let's go ahead and see Kit 2 first. What does Kit 2 think of the others? So they hate Cloud Kit, they hate Frost Kit, and they're friends of Snail Kit. Let's see if Snail Kit is also friends with Kit 2. No, they hate Kit 2. Well, that's great. Okay, so Kit 1 is indifferent to Cloud Kit, hates Frost Kit, and also hates Snail Kit. Why do all these children hate each other? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, the closest thing we have here is that they're indifferent to Cloud Kit. Let's maybe see if Cloud Kit is indifferent towards Kit. Oh, okay, they're friends of Kit 1. That's not too bad. But goodness me, let's see what the other kits think of them, because I don't know why these ones just hate them. So, okay, so Snail Kit is friends with Kit 1 and hates Kit 2. Okay, Cloud Kit is friends of Kit 1 and indifferent towards Kit 2. And Frost Kit is indifferent towards Kit 1 and indifferent towards Kit 2. So it looks like Kit 1 and 2 are just particularly moody because they just don't like anyone for some reason. Okay, let's actually see what traits that they got. So Kit 1 is affectionate, fluffy, and curious, and Kit 2 is affectionate, curious, and skittish. Alright, so this day has been so eventful. Our clan just tripled in size. My gosh, I don't even know what else to say about that. That's so many cats. My gosh. So if you guys do have any ideas though, then feel free to leave name suggestions for Kit 1 and Kit 2, and of course suffixes for Snow and Sparrow. We will be naming them in the next episode. However, I think we are going to end this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I post loads more videos just like this, so if you enjoyed this one, then I'm sure you'll enjoy all my other ones as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. Bye!